Hey guys, it's Pones and welcome to a brand new season 2 of this FIFA 20 career with Stoke City. Now, first episode in the Premier League, and it's going to be a great season, I think, being in the Premier League. Obviously, got there. Obviously, if you missed the last episode, I say go check it out. But you managed to get there in the end, as you can see there on the screen. Sam Vokes is getting the winner for us in what was a very tight episode at the very end. But we're getting into this Premier League season with this current squad: McLean, Marriott, Ince, Ndiaye, Allen, Etebo, Malacia, Tunariga, Davies, Adams and Butland in goal. Obviously the whole team is improving. Hopefully this campaign I can get some new wingers and some hopefully a brand new striker maybe as well. Obviously got some players coming back from loan, so Joe Bursick, Timon and Susta coming back from loan, and we've also got a pre-contract signings: James Chester and Jordan Thompson arriving from Blackpool and from Aston Villa as well. Obviously, starting things off there, we've got a transfer. Liam Lindsay has agreed for £3.2 million for Gilly Almez, and he's going in. Well, he don't get much game time, I reckon, and obviously I won't need him even for my second team. International Cup for the friendly tournament, we did meet the semi-finals but lost to Sassuolo. So obviously we've got a bit extra funds in there, a total of about £2.5 million extra pounds to the budget. And as well there, as you can see, Nick Powell decided to move on to Hertha Berlin for £5.6 million, so another £4.1 million added to the budget there. Again, we're using this money wisely to bring in some good talent. Obviously got another player departure as well, Adam Davies as well, leaving for £2.1 million to Red Bull Salzburg in the Austrian league. £1.5 million for him isn't too bad of an amount. Obviously I'm using my youth goalkeeper at the moment, so he doesn't get much game time. My first big signing though is Ezequiel Barco from Atlanta United for £12.5 million. He's a young winger, left winger from Argentina, 21 years old. He's a good player, I think overrated. Actually underrated, sorry, in the MLS. So I thought to bring him over to England and show what he's got. 76 overall to start with, but hopefully train him up alongside the youth goalkeeper Marcus and also Campbell if he's all there. Everyone got an A rating. A big departure now, obviously Joe Allen, one of the players making way. He doesn't even make my first team, and he has hit 30 years old, so I want to move him on, and I have done. He's gone over to Besiktas for £6.9 million, I think it is there. So he has gone, and we're planning to bring in even more players now. I said I wanted a striker, and I've got one in Patrick Cutrone. Being wasted at Wolves, he isn't getting any game time now with Raul Jimenez in the side, so £25.5 million for the 22-year-old Italian striker on a £51,000 a week wage. He's going to grow fantastically well. It's a great player to have in your squad, and he's got the finishing of amazing finishing. I'd rather bring another Italian along to play best buds with Cutrone as I bring Sandro Tonali in. I know what Sandro Tonali is like in other people's career modes. He grows into such a spectacular player. I want to use him in a career mode, so I decided to use it in this one. 78 rated, £20.5 million from Brescia. I think that's how you say it. He has the potential to be special, so another big signing. And I said I wanted to get another winger, and I've got Tom Ince as replacement to overtake him in the squad. Brian Mbeumo, brought him in from the Championship, going from Brentford, 20 years old, £6.6 million. There's also the thing in the Premier League where you buy players from the lower divisions and see how they're doing in the Premier League. This is one experiment I want to try, see how good Brian Mbeumo does in the Premier League, but he's going to grow, I think, very well. Only 20 years old, so he's got a good reputation, hopefully to get better, and I hope he gets underway in the Premier League. The next player departure as well, Danny Bart is on his way to Southampton. Doesn't get, again like Liam Lindsay, doesn't get any game time, and he's creeping up to 30 years. He's 29 years old, so I just want to sell him on. £3.15 million I got for him, and he's on his way over to Southampton, so hopefully he gets more game time, but I don't need his services at Stoke City anymore, and obviously his pace is quite slow as well. But we get on the way of our Premier League season, our trip to Villa Park, away from home, not that far up the road as well, and we faced Aston Villa. And hoping to get off start was a good easy opponent to start off. As you can say, Villa still keeping strong in the Premier League, and we start off here in the 31st minute as Brian Mbeumo runs down the wheel, cuts it into the middle to Cutrone, who takes a touch before whacking it in that near post against the goalkeeper. And we get off to a great start, as what you want from a player that's cost £22.5 million. You want to make sure you get every penny away from him and make sure that he gets goals for you. I thought I had this game in the bag, but coming up to the 90th minute, Hudson-Odoi, who's signed for Aston Villa, plays the ball to Marvelous Dikembe before Trezeguet. He ends up firing the shot home from a touchdown from, I think it was Wesley who touched it down for him. So it was disappointing that I thought I was going to only lose out on some points in this game, but That didn't happen. As it happens, 90th minute, I decided to run at the defence, try to do my last ditch effort to create an attack of only a few minutes left on the clock, 3 minutes out of time. The ball's given away, NDI picks it up, I see Ezekiel Barco running through, takes a touch before again firing it at the near post. Keeper probably could have done better to save that, it was right at him looking at the replay. But a 2-1 scoreline, we're back in front straight off the kickoff, give it away cheaply, and Barco has all the time to take a touch before firing it home. And as you can see from the replay, yeah, the keeper could have probably done better there. It's right up his shoulder, stick an arm out, he could have done a lot better at that. But I'm not complaining. As our first game in the Premier League, it gives us 3 points against a decent Aston Villa side who were doing well in that game. But next up is a Friday night fixture as you go for the first home game of the Premier League season, facing Everton in this first game. Obviously Everton have another great side and we want to get off to another good start. It takes us 25 minutes to do that. Then Davies on the edge of the box from a corner shoots, but it falls to Barco, who collects it up and fires it past Pickford in goal, and to give us a 1-0 lead on the 25th minute. It was a bouncing ball. Luckily, got Davies to shoot. It hit Barco, and he just touched it before finishing. Didn't need a touch. Second goal in the Premier League for him, and so far he's already proving how well he is. In the 60th minute, now, Etebo and Ndiaye linking up with Catrone to play a ball across the box to Sandro Tonali, who gets his first goal of the campaign, the first goal for Stoke as well. And again, we're 2-0 up and we're comfortable at this point. Everton weren't putting that much pressure on us for most of the game. It was after the second goal they're really putting the pressure on, but we got a 2-0 lead. I was quite comfortable for the rest of this game as Tonali gets his first goal of the brand new season. And so far we're going 6 points from 6, and that's how we do. We do finish up getting all 3 points and 2 wins from 2 so far in the Premier League. Another player departure is only Josh Tymon, though, moving on loan to Cardiff City in the Championship. I want to see him grow. He's going to be a good player in the future. I think I can grow him up a bit more. Obviously at the moment Josh Tymon's fighting against Malacia for a place as well, also against Stephen Ward, who would be dropping off a bit, but at the moment Tymon isn't getting much of a look in the squad, so thought move him out on loan so he can grow a bit more. Next up though was a trip to Vicarage Road as we obviously take on Watford in London, and this is one belter of the game as we start off as Deulofeu turning our defenders inside out before he can smash the ball past Butland into the far corner to give Watford a 1-0 lead after only 7 minutes. It was a tough game. Watford were a lot stronger than I thought they were going to be in this game with the players that they had, but we couldn't get anything in the first half from them, and Deulofeu yet again gets another goal for Watford. 2-0 up after only 49 minutes on the clock, and I thought it's going to be one of our first defeats of the season, but we do fight back in this game. It wasn't over yet. We had a lot of time to go as we start off with a lovely ball. Catrone using his strength very well there against Yere, one of the defenders for Watford, fighting as hard as he can, and he therefore whacks it into that far corner against the goalkeeper to give us 1 goal back. We've got a lot of fighting to go, and obviously luckily Catrone used his strength very well. One of the reasons I brought him in, he's a big player, he's got his strength and he can do bits up forward, he's got great finishing as well. But Watford wanted another goal as the ball gets played down the line to Sarr there, tried to slide in last year, but Chalobah's there at the back post to poke it home and restore Watford's 2-goal advantage. Obviously the ball's played down the line, Malacia couldn't get up with Sarr's pace, even though Malacia is quite quick himself. Tried a last ditch tackle, but Chalobah at the back post could stab it home for Watford. Into the 76th minute now, we needed to get something soon if we're going to get any from this game. Etebo and Ndiaye play a lovely ball through. Tonali plays it down to Ndiaye before Catrone gets slipped in with a lovely back heel before Catrone could whack it in that far corner, and Catrone gets another goal for him in this game, 2 for him in this game, and we're only 1 goal behind him. Catrone's up to 3 so far in the Premier League season, and we got a long way to go, but it's in the 81st minute. We really unleash Ezekiel Barco down the line, and we have another chance at Barco, just slips it in to NDI, but it's off the post in the 82nd minute. We had such a good chance there to tie the game up, to hopefully rescue a point, but it's off the post, and that was probably our chance gone. But only a minute later we had another go, 1-2s all over the park. Catrone yet again with another chance before whacking it in that far corner. 3-3 is a hat-trick for Catrone in this game, and at the second half we were a much better side, and we'd probably deserve all the points that we gained. It didn't seem like we lost out on points that was 1 point gained rather than 2 points lost, because Watford did play well, but Catrone hat-trick is what secured us a point, and he whacks it in so far past Foster. He had no chance of saving that. and that's how the game ended. A 3-3 game, a very big game, and lots of goals. Told you it was going to be filled with loads of goals, and I didn't disappoint there. Next up though, another big game. The team that relegated us 2 years ago in the Premier League, Crystal Palace, Van score relegated us to the Championship back then. But we face them again here at home for our second home game of the season. We're doing alright so far with 7 points from 3 games. Palace down there have not notched a single point so far, so I wanted to see if I can do some damage against them, get a bit of revenge. And we started off on half an hour. Barco gets a leash down the line against Tompkins, and can Barco stab it home? Of course he can. He finessed it into that far corner. It wasn't the finesse I thought, it was a bit close to the goalkeeper yet again, but Barco gets, I think, his 3rd goal for the season there. Again, I think it's Gaita could have done a bit better there in goal to probably push that other side, but again, I'm not complaining. And now Mbeumo showing what he can do with the pace he has and why I brought him in. Plays the ball into the box, chips it in for NGI, who's arriving at the near post to head it into that near post. And we're 2 goals up against the team that relegated us. And I'm feeling great, but I want way more goals than just 2. It's only the first half, of 43 minutes in, and even with headers broken, a header down into the corner because couldn't help Guaita keep the ball out the net. Like I said, I wasn't done. I meant it. Cutrone now running through now, and it's just like the Everton game. Slipped it into Tonali, who was there in the middle, to stab it into the back of the net for a comfortable 3-0 advantage. And at this point, it's almost 3 points secured. We've still got half an hour to go in this game though, so anything can happen. But we were pretty comfortable at this point, and we wanted more as we could. NGI plays an overtop ball to Mbeumo, who chests it down well against Ben Chilwell. Has actually gone there, and the ball can played into NGI yet again, who gets another header at the near post. He gets his 2nd goal of the game, 2nd goal of the season, I believe, and he gets us confirmed now all 3 points with 4 goals in total in this game. 72 minutes on the clock though, it was just enough time for Crystal Palace to get something in this game. 77 minutes in, Wilfred Zaha runs through and plays for Gremchik to play it back to Zaha, who whacks it into that far corner past Butland. So Palace do get themselves a consolation goal, but it doesn't help them get any points. They're still 4 games played, 0 points, and we're up to a total of 10 after 4. Obviously wrapping up the transfer window run, £65 million spent, 21 million profit from Lindsay, Powell, Davies, Allen and Barth going out, but Barker, Cutrone, Tonali and Mbeumo also coming in. Obviously don't forget Josh Timon went out on loan as well, but I think we've done a lot of well. We only got 40 million transfers from getting into the Premier League, so we do very well to get the players we did. Hopefully get some more players departure in January to get maybe some new defenders and midfielders in. But next up, you can see we're off to London yet again, but we're playing Arsenal at the Emirates this time, and this one didn't go to plan as Lacazette gets Arsenal the lead after 40 minutes on the clock and goes to celebrate with Unai Emery, still an Arsenal manager in the save. But it wasn't over though. Second half came around and Lacazette gets played in again. Didn't defend him at all well. He gets turned inside us very easily, and he can whack it in for his 2nd goal of the game, and Arsenal gets a 2-0 advantage. And with that goal, that's our first defeat of the season. We couldn't find a way through the Arsenal defence, and after 5 games we found ourselves our first defeat. But it wasn't too bad. Arsenal were a very tough side, so a deserved win for them, but we need to do better hopefully against big sides to get up at the table, because I want us to hopefully survive relegation. That's the main thing this season, hopefully mid-table. But the final game I'm going to post-comp in this game is actually Manchester United at home, another big team, and then a team we needed to get hopefully a big 3 points against. But only 1 goal came in this game, and it came in the second half. Mata and Martial playing the ball down the line to Arthur, and Diogo Dalot's in the box there. Slips it back to Arthur to whack it in the back of the net after 53 minutes and gives Man United the 1 and only goal of this game. So Man United do go on to secure the win. As you can see, that Sergio Ramos even signing for Man United, so they had a very tough defence and they couldn't break them down at all. And literally that was all it was from this game. That 1 goal secured Man United all 3 points. So thanks. So let's listen to Postcom. Back to Livecom. So then guys, here we are for the Livecom part of the episode now, and we are, after 6 games, currently sitting in a very positive 7th position in the Premier League. 3 games won, 1 drew, 1 game drawn and 2 losses. Not doing too bad though. The 2 losses have come from the games against Man United and Arsenal as well, and Man United looking very positive there in the 2nd place, where Arsenal down in 9th. So we're doing a bit better than them. Next up in the Premier League is Tottenham, who are currently sitting in 3rd, again unbeaten so far in the Premier League. but I think we're doing alright so far. 11 goals scored as well, so we are kicking off to a good start, hopefully to avoid relegation, which is the only thing really to do this season, to avoid the drop and at the bottom end of the table. So look at who is up there, down there, sorry, as well at the table. Palace at the bottom on no points, lost all 6 of their games. Leeds in 19th and Fulham in 18th, 1 and 2 points respectively for each of those clubs. But yeah, for us so far we're doing alright after 6 games. We've got a long way to go though, but we've got Tottenham, but before that we've got a Carabao Cup fixture against Swansea City to play. This is the team we're going to be running for this Carabao Cup game against Swansea City at the Liberty Stadium. It's the second team. It's like a difference 4-1-3-2, like a formation I made up with the second team. It actually works really well. Putting my youth goalkeeper Marcus in goal, Tom Edwards at right, Martin Cindy at left back, Shawcross centre back with James Chester, making his very first start as well this season, with Sam Clucas in the centre defensive mid. Brown, another youth player in the cam role, James McLean on the left, Tom Ince on the right, and Jack Marriott and Tyrese Campbell up top. Hoping this team can do the job against Swansea and get us through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Hopefully get a bit of bit more in-depth cup competition this season. So let's go to Liberty Stadium in Wales and let's see if we can get a good win. Here we are then, guys. We're here in Swansea and hoping to get another easy passage to the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. Without further ado, let's have a look at what side Swansea are using for this game. This is their lineup then. Connor Roberts is one player I know there, Mike van der Horn, Matt Grimes, Nathan Dyer as well, Fred Friday was such a great name up front I think for him as well. Not 11 of them players I know, Salino as well rings a bell, but 4-2-3-1 formation is what it is for Swansea. We know what our lineup is. What we're going to do is go out there and get a win, hopefully with the second team as well. So let's have a go and let's see if we can get a big victory. Ball's coming through. Shawcross, ball back. Bicycle kick attempt there. Nothing for Marcos though. Hole's been played through. Trying to cut the ball out there. Swan's just playing a good passage of play, but luckily it's a good save. There's Tyrese Campbell. Loves some support. Again, Jamie Brown tackled. Just can't get a clear break. And Brown's knackered already. He's got no stamina. Tom Edwards, can he get the ball? There's a tackle from him and it's a corner to Swansea, I believe. I'm going to make a substitution as well. Jamie Brown's absolutely stuffed before leaving the first half, didn't even finish, so Jordan Thompson's going to come on for his debut as well. Get him in runabout, hopefully. Good runabout in the second half when that starts. But we've got this corner from Swansea to come. It's not even a corner, just go straight to Jordan Thompson, and that is half-time whistle. Not much really to report in that first half. Only Swansea have had a couple of attacks. We tried to get forward and we couldn't even get a shot off in the end. But we need to do a lot better and make more clear-cut chances if we're going to try and get a goal against Swansea, because they've held their own so far. Ball's been played around the box. Swansea get a shot blocked and they've got another corner to come in as well. Marcus can get a punch to it. Ball played out wide, back in. Lucas can't keep the ball. Shots come in, wide of the mark. Nothing for Marcus to worry about. Short cross. The ball's out wide. And McLean put a good ball in. Tyrese Campbell's there. Oh, good header from him. But a good save by Nordfeldt. Tyrese Campbell, good jump up from him. There's McLean coming in behind there. Played it off to Campbell, blocked again, and it's another corner. We almost had this wish Tyrese shot first time instead of taking the extra touch. Got the corner there, McLean. Swing it in on his left foot. James Chester tried to come in late there.
Oh, it's still goalless here, not much time left. What about their next game, Alan?
It's Tyrese Campbell.
It's been a hard match.
Ball's playing through. I think he's on. Marriott! And that gives us the lead, an undeserved lead. 85 minutes it is on the clock before we can actually manage to get the breakthrough in this game. And it's Jack Marriott from his usual tap-in position, but this time with his head instead of his feet, to give us the lead in the Carabao Cup tie. Campbell playing the ball through to Clucas. I see Marriott there in the middle, and he can head it down and low into the bottom corner. And Nordfeldt, the goalkeeper for Swansea, could not do anything about that. And we do manage to get the lead in this game. Undeservedly get the lead as well, but I see him absolutely buzzing with that. A late winner possibly. And we're 1-0 off. Jack Marriott getting one of his first goals of the season. They've got to do a hold on now for 5 minutes. Still managed to keep in the hold of the ball. Maybe I go for a killer blow, but don't know what that pass is there from Clucas. Wins it back though. Campbell playing it out wide. Seeing the ball through. Tom Ince, bury it. Oh, Tom Ince puts it wide. There's a good chance there. Just wish Tom Ince could get a bit more bend on the shot and put it in. We're making a change as well, bringing off Tyrese Campbell for the last few moments. Sam Vokes going to come on his place. Our playoff winner. He's coming on for this last few minutes or so in this game. Swansea coming forward, Soro coming forward. Can Jordan Thompson do something? Cleared away by Ryan Shawcross. It's a shot, blocked, shot again, wide of the mark, and that finishes the game. Swansea's last efforts were nothing to worry about as we managed to secure the win and get us into the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. It's a surprise that we actually started in the 3rd round to begin with. But win's a win against Swansea. Late winner from Jack Marriott to put us through to the 4th round, and all we got to do now is wait to see who our opponents are. Credit to Swansea, they dominated us throughout most of the game now, but they managed to slack off in the last few minutes of the game. We managed to grab a 1-0 win. That's what the time is at full time at Liberty Stadium. Swansea 0, Stoke 1. So it's time for my post-match interview. If you haven't done one of these in a video for a while, you are through to the Carabao Cup next round with this win. Do you feel you can win the competition? Yeah, we sure can. It's all up to us, but too early for a verdict. It's too early to discuss this. We have important other matches to play until then. Moyes needs to continue his hot run of form. How satisfied are you with his performance? Don't get carried away. Because, as I say, don't get carried away. He's got a long road ahead of us. He performed well today, but it takes a lot of hard work to keep up his momentum until the end of the season. It was a very tight match right until the end. Your team managed to score the win in the last minutes of the match. Luck was on your side, don't you think? I think in a way, sometimes you need a bit of luck. Maybe we were a bit lucky. We showed all the good signs, but the match could have gone either way, so I'm happy with the result. Very true, Swansea played well.
No further questions, thanks.
Stoke City missed their advantage to double their advantage against Swansea City. Yeah, it was a very tight game against Swansea. They absolutely did play well, but luckily for us, we did manage to get passage into the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, and obviously I've advanced forward to the next game against Spurs. Before we play that, I want to have a look at some of the other fixtures of the last round as well, but I think it'll put me on who I'm playing next as well. Let's have a look at who I'm playing next then. Sheffield United actually away from home at Bramall Lane. That's going to be a very good game to play against as well. Not actually played against Sheffield United at all at Bramall Lane in this career mode or any other career mode I've done personally for myself. But let's have a look at the last round and see what happened. So we've got Villa beating Sunderland, Cardiff going through, Everton going through, Arsenal beating Bournemouth on penalties, Southampton beat Norwich, Nottingham Forest won, Wolves won, Sheffield United obviously. Fleetwood knocked out Fulham for full teams. That's a good win for Fleetwood. Newcastle United go through against Preston. Liverpool also go through. So do West Ham, Spurs, Burnley knocking out Leicester, and Man City knocking out Sheffield Wednesday 5-0. So next round then we've got Arsenal Cardiff, Fleetwood at home against Man City. So we've got Fleetwood have got a good chance hopefully if away game simulation thing happens in this FIFA. Southampton against Nottingham Forest, Liverpool at Burnley, West Ham, Villa, Spurs, Newcastle, Everton, Wolves. There isn't really that many big teams, and you've got Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal, Man City. Those are the 4 big teams left in this competition, so hopefully some of them get knocked out. I hope anyway, but Sheffield United is at Bramall Lane in the 4th round. But next up, guys, is a trip to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in North London, against Tottenham Hotspur. Obviously playing running the normal starting 11, Butland in goal, Malacia on the left back, Tyler Adams at right back, Davies and Turunariga in defence, Etebo defensive mid, Tonali and NDI in centre mid positions, Ezequiel Barco on the left, and Buemo on the right, and Cutrone up front. It's a very strong side, it's been doing very well. Got 3 wins out of 6 so far, and Spurs are currently unbeaten, so we have to perform well if we're going to get a result, but let's go and see if we can get 3 points. So we are, guys, at a very rainy Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for this game against Tottenham Hotspur. We've still got some familiar faces in that Tottenham line. I've just seen Harry Kane and Hugo Lloris, but we need to have a look at the rest of the side, so let's have a look at the side that Spurs have for this game. Let's have a look then. It's Hugo Lloris in goal, Hatabua, Jan Foyth, Alderweireld and Hakimi as well. The defence, Sissoko and Ndombele. Defensive mid, Damian Suarez, Eriksen and Heung-min Son, and Harry Kane up front. Very strong side. Mauricio Pochettino is actually still the manager of Spurs. That's probably how long it's been since I started this career mode. But Pochettino was the manager when I started this, so he still is now. But without further ado, we're going to get into this game and try and get 3 points if we can. We've got a strong side, been performing well, and we need to keep that good run of form on. So up the Potters, here we go. Ball's come in, punch up in the air by Butland, not away, up is the choice he made. Can we get out here? Can we break? Cutrone doing well. There's Tonali. Can I get the gap in there? And then Buemo's in the space here. Can we make it 1-0? And Buemo, oh, he has done as well. 14 minutes on the clock, and then Buemo, the signing I brought in the start of the season from Brentford, has put us in the lead. Typical thing when you sign a Championship player, hopefully he does well in the Premier League, and this guy has been doing amazingly since I brought him in. And Buemo putting the ball over, or in between Lloris's arm and leg, and they put us 1-0 ahead against Spurs, sorry, who are currently undefeated. Bryan Mbeumo with his first goal in the Premier League, doing very well for us. 1-0 to Stoke. And there's Etebo. Doing well, Etebo. Still driving forward, Peter Etebo still goes all the way, maybe. Ooh, it's a good save from Lloris. Easy shot for him, but we do get a corner out of it though. Etebo going all the way there, couldn't really have an option on either. Got the corner though, can get swung in well by Etebo. To the front post, Ezequiel Barco could touch it down. And he's got maybe another chance maybe, can I get a shot off outside the box? Shot straight at the Lloris at the end of the day, covered the near post very well there. Eriksen playing the ball to Sissoko. And Ndombele. Spurs playing the ball well, still keeping it well. Dancing around my players though, can't even win the ball back at this point. Kane puts the ball in, and it's Heung-min Son at the back post to put Spurs on level terms. It was a lovely goal from Spurs. He made so many passes in that move, I couldn't get the ball off him. And he made me pay there for that, for not being able to get a tackle in. They're playing the ball around, lovely passes. Kane, I couldn't stand him up. I wish Tyler Adams could have got a block in for that shot from Heung-min Son. He was on the line. Hopefully, I wish he just covered him a bit better. But Son puts it in. An empty net basically, and gives Spurs the goal back and puts them on level terms. But Mbeumo has got some pace, so he's running straight into Hakimi. I didn't think he was on the line. I should have checked my radar. It's busted off the ball by Eriksen there. Shot off the post. So close. We need to do better. We need to take the ball off these key players, Eriksen and Kane, because they can do damage. Sissoko's on the ball. He's giving it back to Tyler Adams. Can't even get a foot in, but won the ball back maybe. No, I haven't won it back. Heung-min Son. Tyler Adams just couldn't keep hold of the ball. Ball's in, and Harry Kane puts it in for 2-1. That was too easy of an opportunity there. Tyler Adams should have kept the ball, but he gave it away, and that's cost us, that has, because Tyler Adams couldn't clear his lines. Harry Kane can put it in, and Butland's got nowhere near to it, and it's 2-1 to Spurs. Harry Kane gets his third goal of the season, and Spurs are in the lead. Here's Kane though, trying to play it to Hatabu. I think it worked though, and he's played it backwards, and that's half time. We started off well, we just couldn't keep on touching the ball. So many silly mistakes. Couldn't mark Kane, which let him cross the ball into Son to get their first goal, and Son can just get a past Kane and get past Tyler Adams and put it in for Kane. It's 2-1 Spurs.
It's the second goal for Newcastle United. 59 minutes played, 2-0. Thanks very much.
It's Kane and Son still linking up well.
Spurs get the advantage from the referee. Good use of the ball, but can they trouble the defence?
Still working it well. Ericsson having a shot, and it's gone in. Ericsson has given Spurs their third goal of the game. It's a lovely shot for Christian Eriksen to put it into the corner as well, and giving Spurs a 2-goal lead. Lovely passes. Eriksen waits with a touch and decides to bend it from outside the box past Butland. And it goes all the way through everybody and all the way into the corner. And Spurs have doubled their lead, and I've got half an hour to try and get something back from this. Substitution for Spurs as well, but we need to get back into this now. 3-1. Lovely tackle from Malacia. Barco. Balls forward at Tabo. Got the pace past 1-5. Peter Tabo maybe. Oh, it's at the side netting. Had a good chance there. I thought he could have gone all the way through, but way wide. Balls forward, Etebo. Can he get a foot on it? He does. I don't know what's happening here. Why is no one getting to make a good run? Catroni's in space now. Has a shot. It's gone in. Catroni's pulled one back forwards. Can he pick the ball up at least for me? He can't. He wants to go celebrate, so let him go fucking celebrate. Catroni gets one goal back for us. He's been another key player for us, but we've still got a lot of work to do in this game at the moment. Still one goal behind, and we've got 15 minutes to do it. Playing the ball round. Don't know what's happening. Etebo managed to play the ball through now, and Catroni just blasts it into that top corner against Lloris. He's got the finishing, so I may as well utilise it while I can. It's gone in, and we got a 1-goal deficit now to recover from, and 15 minutes to do it in. It's possible. Patrick Catroni gets his 5th goal as well for the season. We need to keep going now. 3-2. Lovely ball up the pitch to Tonali, and I see Barco on the wing. We have a chance. Barco can turn inside. Can Barco finesse it into the corner? He can't. It's a good save from Lloris. A bit more power is what needed though. Just hope Barco gets up my half now for the last few moments, if they can. There we go. I just need some support now. And Wemo. Catrone, he's through. Oh, he's put it in. Catrone, 3-3. In the stoppage time, we managed to pull it back and hopefully rescue a point in the last embers of the game. I've had a great 3-3 draw against Watford already in this episode. And the ball played through. He stays on side. I think it's Alderweireld or Juan Foyth it plays him on. And he's just got a simple tap in against Hugo Lloris. It rolls in the 90th minute, and we've managed to pull a point back. We've got like 2 minutes left on the clock. It's doubtful we can get another one, but all we can do really is try to defend. I'll happily take a point against Spurs. They'll still be able to keep their undefeated streak going. That doesn't bother me. At least I'll be able to get some points from this. And now is the full-time whistle. I'll happily take a point away to Spurs, considering we were 3-1 down at one point. We had a lead in the first half, and Tottenham managed to get 2 goals in the first half. Ericsson gets a lovely bending shot in the second, but 2 goals from a Catrone rescues a point from us. 90th minute win, or winner in my eyes. That seemed like a point gained against a tough opposition side. Final score: Tottenham 3, Stoke 3. Regrettably, Barker picked up an injury today, which will make him unavailable for the next 2 months. How does impact your squad selection? Yeah, that's not going to be good. I've just not even seen the email yet, and apparently he's out for 2 months. A safe return, like I say, his contribution to the squad will certainly be missed. I wish him a safe recovery with no complications, and I look forward to seeing him back in training. He's a key player. It's going to be. I hope we can get hopefully like someone Tom Ince or McLean in gear until January, or until he's back ready again. The moral performance back in training today, but still you were unable to secure a win. It's a great overall performance. Obviously, yeah, we managed to get 2 goals and we managed to rescue a point, so I think it's deserved. You managed to get the equaliser in the last minute. Rather lucky to walk out with a draw. Wouldn't you agree? A draw was fully deserved, really. I think it was quite an even game. We've got equal attempts on goal. It was quite an equal game, so a draw is deserved.
Thank you for your time.
Spurs denied by late Catrone equaliser. It's a crucial equaliser it was as well. Let's have a look at the emails. There's not going to be a good email in one of them. Catrone obviously saying he wanted a chance in the game. We've got to give him a chance. The result wasn't what we wanted, but I'm pleased that he decided to select me for the game as well. You inspire others, I'll say. So he's very happy. His morale. But that's the email I didn't want to hear. Ezekiel Barker suffered a broken toe injury and he's out for 2 months. We can't get him back into training according to the above timeline. 2 months is out for. It's going to be a big blow to the team. So we need someone like him to lead that left wing role, and the best player I've got to replace Barker at the moment is actually James McLean. I've got this young guy, I've got Richardson, I've got this young guy called Carver Howe as well who's coming up, so I can maybe give them a run in the squad as well. I'd probably rather give them those 2 a run in the squad, train him up a bit over McLean, because he's getting on, he's going to get dropping overall as well. So yeah, I'd rather run one of these 2 guys and see how they do. At the moment it's going to have to be Richardson for his rating, but it's going to be a big blow for him. But the final thing to do is look at the Premier League table to see how we are doing. Obviously I think West Ham actually jumped in the table now because they managed to pick up a win in their last game. Let's have a look at the table, how we finish up this first episode in the Premier League. Currently finishing in 8th place though, not too bad. 3 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses, 11 points in total. We're not doing too badly. We are still above the likes of Arsenal, Newcastle, Wolves, Bournemouth and all them teams, even Leicester as well. Looking down there, Watford, Fulham and Leeds are still in the relegation zone. Palace managed to get their first win and jump out of the relegation zone, so that's good for them. But we need to keep improving. I think we can push for a bit higher in the table. A 7th place would be nice if we can keep a good run of form going. We've still got some tough games coming up. Chelsea is one of them coming up, as well as Newcastle. I see there on the right hand side, Fulham, and also Liverpool at home. Maybe another big game. So we've got to get another big teams out of the way though. But we've still got lots of more big teams left to go. 8th place though, I don't mind that at all. And yeah, as we go to end up the first episode in the Premier League, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you leave a like. If you haven't, don't dislike them. Know why I left dislike in the comments below, so I can improve these create more videos for you guys. If you're new, be sure to subscribe to not only do these. I hope I do match day vlogs as well. If you're wishing some football action, you can go on my channel and check out my some of my previous vlogs from either last season or for this season. Then you can catch up on some football for you guys. Obviously, if we're struggling right now, we don't even know if football season is going to be cancelled or play behind closed doors. I think for everybody it might be safe to be cancelled. Hopefully that's probably the safest choice, to be cancelled, for the season to be voided. No promotion, no relegation, just start again, or either that or finish the season behind closed doors. But I think the safest option is probably to cancel it at this point. Hope not, but that might be the option. But anyway guys, hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Bones, I'm signing out. Peace.